Amazon's Counterfeit Crimes Unit was started in June of 2020, and I joined at that same time. It's a multidisciplinary team of former federal prosecutors like myself. I spent 19 years in prosecution, the last 4 with the U.S. Department of Justice in the Computer Crime and Intellectual Property section, where I went after IP infringers. We also have a team of former federal law enforcement from Homeland Security, Metropolitan London Police, and other agencies, and also a team of data scientists who know Amazon's internal data. We're a global team from Seattle to China, and our mission is to pursue counterfeit bad actors wherever they are through partnerships with law enforcement and through civil suits.
And when you say go after them, what does that mean?
Hold them accountable for attempting to sell counterfeits in the Amazon store. We have a big mission, and we partner with a team of over 15,000 other Amazonians who are building tools and dashboards and using tools such as AI and machine learning to ensure that counterfeits do not make it in the store in the first place and never reach our customers, but also to ensure that bad actors are flagged before they can even open an Amazon selling account. For example, in 2022 alone, our data tools and dashboards and machine learning stopped over 800,000 attempts from bad actors to list selling accounts. That's over double from 2021.
Do you know how many sellers there are right now?
Don't know how many sellers there are, but what's critical is that our teams of data scientists and our automated tools are checking that data day in and day out. For example, these dashboards and tools and machine learning on a daily basis scan over 8 billion, that's billion with a B, different listings from sellers to ensure that the data that's listed, the logos, the trademarks are consistent with what the brand provides us and with other critical data that we're washing it against to ensure that it's legitimate and authentic products that are being sold in our store.
I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. 8 billion a day?
8 billion a day.
That has got to be, unfathomable, but 8 billion a day. And what do you find on a regular basis?
What's critical in that sense is what we're doing is most of what we're finding is what customers, consumers, and brands don't ever see. It's the front line, it's the first line of defense to ensure that bad actors never make it in our store. However, in the rare instance that they do, our Counterfeit Crimes Unit partners with law enforcement and brands to ensure that we're holding those bad actors accountable. And we've been pretty successful doing that.
Was there something in 2020 that precipitated this? Was there a reason all of a sudden that this decision was made that you needed the Counterfeit Crimes Unit working the way it is now?
Well, I'll start by saying that Amazon, we are relentlessly protecting our customers. We are customer focused, and our focus is to ensure that our shopping experience is the safest and most reliable shopping experience that there is for our customers. We also understand that e-commerce is a major way for consumers to buy goods, and that counterfeiting is one of the oldest crimes on the books, and it impacts both brick and mortar stores and e-commerce. Lastly, it is an industry of over $500 billion that impacts the global counterfeit supply chain, where counterfeits are sold to the tune of $500 billion. And so with that background and that backdrop, CCU's mission is to ensure that we're going after bad actors, not just the sellers who are trying to sell in places like Amazon, but also the logistics networks, the locations that are moving these goods into our borders and into the United States and other countries. Also the manufacturers and distributors of counterfeits. Our work is global, as I mentioned, and we partner with law enforcement all over the world, to include in China, where this year alone we've had 44 enforcement actions with Chinese law enforcement.
Why is this such an important issue?
Yeah, great question. Counterfeiting is a crime that impacts innovators, creators, small businesses. Some of our critical work is partnering with small and medium-sized businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, and they're investing their time, energy in developing a product for their customers. And we're partnering with them, and when we do that, we cover the outside counsel fees, we cover the investigative fees, understanding that they don't have those same resources. Also, counterfeiting can pose health and safety consequences to consumers. our mission is to protect both Amazon customers and protect their health and safety. Lastly, counterfeiting is a crime that's often connected to other types of bad actors, like human trafficking and terrorism.
Has this problem gotten worse in the recent years?
I can't quantify whether it's gotten worse. What I can say is we're meeting the bad actors where they are. That's our focus. Of course, e-commerce is here to stay, but we also understand that counterfeiting impacts brick and mortar. It's something that impacts the whole retail industry. And so our obligation is to ensure that we provide the safest and most reliable shopping experience to our customers.
We look for solutions, right? And this is a problem that permeates society, from the streets, on Canal Street, for example, to e-commerce platforms across the country, and companies around the world as well. Are there solutions that Amazon has discovered that could work well for other industry partners?
What I can say is that we're constantly innovating. So when we talk about what we've done, we're always finding new and innovative ways to hold bad actors accountable and to protect our store from counterfeits before they ever make it into the store. So when I talk about our transparency tool, we just updated that tool and allow for brands to place unique serial numbers on their own. Things like that. The Counterfeit Crimes Unit, ensuring that we're going after bad actors wherever they are in the world. I just got back from China and met with our U.S. Homeland Security partners and our team of Amazonians in China to ensure that we are meeting with Chinese law enforcement, effecting raids and enforcement actions so that before they ever leave foreign borders, we're impacting the counterfeit supply chain. We've gone after bad actors in China, Turkey, and other places all over the world to protect consumers wherever they are.
It's a huge challenge. Can you say definitively that right now there are no counterfeit products being sold on Amazon?
What I can say is that Amazon is the safest, most reliable store for our consumers, and we're relentlessly doing what it takes to protect our customers and delight our customers and protect them from the scourge of counterfeits.
You oversee this. When you buy from Amazon, do you find yourself scrutinizing things more than you would previous to taking this job?
When I purchase from Amazon, I make the same decision and use the same judgment that I use when I purchase from any store. I inspect, I look at the labels, I ask myself questions, I look at reviews. What's critical though is that if a customer makes a purchase that they believe is counterfeit, our A to Z guarantee protects those customers and fully refunds them for any purchase that they make where they believe it's counterfeit.
What should you do as a consumer to protect yourself from counterfeit products, or if you suspect that you may have purchased a counterfeit product?
Again, our A to Z guarantee protects you with Amazon. I just believe you use your best judgment. Our team has partnered with law enforcement and with brands to identify unique and evasive schemes. What we must understand is that these counterfeiters are always trying to find new ways to sell counterfeits. We've partnered with brands on bad actors who were using social media marketplaces to use generic links to direct their followers to Amazon pages with a listing that is generic on our page. They do that in a way to bypass our systems. Their followers will then make a purchase that is a counterfeit luxury item, for example. And we partnered with brands in 2021, in 2022, and 2023 to go after bad actors who are doing this. And we've received judgments against those bad actors. We're always finding new and evasive ways. And so I encourage the customer to use their best judgment when they're making a purchase.
How do you ensure that third-party sellers, for example, don't inadvertently infiltrate the Fulfilled by Amazon model and flood the market with counterfeit products? How do you deal with that?
So our focus is on bad actors, bad actor sellers who are fraudulently trying to find ways to dupe consumers, confuse them, and try to sell an item as if it's authentic. And so our teams of over 15,000, the machine learning, and us using brand data that we receive from brands to compare what we see from bad actor activity, whether it's opening and closing accounts or blurring trademarks. We're using that data to constantly learn and relearn what bad actors are doing. And that's how we're partnering with our internal team and external teams to go after bad actors at scale.
What do you tell your friends and family about safe shopping, avoiding counterfeits?
I continue to remind them that Amazon is the safest place for customers and for consumers. Our work is multiplying in that we're going after bad actors at the root, at the top of the supply chain, and that is impacting consumers even if they're not Amazon customers. Because when we present a raid or effect a raid in China, that is stopping counterfeits before they're leaving. When we go after bad actors in Turkey, that is stopping bad actors before they leave those borders. And so that's what we're doing, and it has a net benefit for consumers across the board.
It's holiday season. A lot of shopping is going to be going on in the next couple of months. Best practices for consumers, tips that you recommend for consumers, given what you do and what we know about counterfeiters trying to circumvent and put things into the market that may not be real, may not be authentic, and may not be safe in some cases.
Yeah, for Amazon consumers, let me speak to them. Rest assured that we're doing everything we can do. And much of what we do, our consumers won't know. It's behind the scenes. It involves machine learning and teams of investigators and data scientists who are building those models to protect them before the goods are even sold in the store. As I mentioned, over 8 billion reviews on a daily basis are watching those listings. Over 800,000 attempts were stopped in 2022 alone, where bad actors attempted to list or open selling accounts. That's the work we're doing behind the scenes. In the rare instance that counterfeits do make it in the store, CCU is going after those bad actors through partnerships with brands and with law enforcement to hold them accountable. Lastly, I would say that our A to Z guarantee protects Amazon customers and fully refunds them if they believe that they purchased a counterfeit. And I just encourage them to have a happy holiday and make those purchases.